Hey! All right, folks. We're out here. It's super hot, and we got ice water, and we're going to work on a Triumph, apparently, because that's what you guys want to see. Apparently, that's what the votes are talking about. Welcome to this Sunday live feed. Let's get into it. I think the first thing we're going to do is take this chain guard off. I know. And then we're going to use my special tool I bought, and we're going to take these cranks apart. You can do it without the tool, and I'll tell you while I'm working how to do that. Oh, okay, that's better. That's better. All right, let's take this chain guard off. And to take the chain guard off on a Rally or a Triumph, there's just two flathead screws, and there's these little square machine bolts that rest in the holders. It's fairly easy if they're not corroded. You go under here. Oh yeah, that sounds good. You don't have to take this clamp all the way off. See, it's kind of like one of those crunchy clamps there. I'll show it to you in a second. If that's off, let's take this back one off and get this chain guard off here. Yeah, and that piece of junk. Okay, get this bolt out. And the chain guard should pop off, but I want to save this little square nut. And I'll show you how this goes on. Anyway, let's put this Triumph chain guard to the side here. And Rallies and Triumphs have this rather unique locking system on the chain guards. The back one has a little square indent for this to go in. They were going pretty cheap, I think, and lightweight too. So that is the entire back clamp. See how that fits in there? The little long machine bolt and nut fit in there. So there's really nowhere for that to go, and it works pretty good. And same with this front one. I'll show you exactly what's going on there. See, that just goes in the chain guard itself. These little doodads here cramp on the chain guard itself. It's that part I'm not really down with. It's kind of weak, and one shot against your leg or something gets caught in there, and it's over. You bend this tiny little piece of sheet metal. Once you bend that, it's over. And that goes in this little notch right there. You see the little holes? You see the little square holes? I'm trying to see here. There it is. It goes in there. This goes in those square. Look, there's a little, I didn't see that before. W. McKinnon. W. McKeon. Who the heck is W. McKeon? the owner of this bike at one point. That is very strange. Anyway, what one good hit. It's nothing like a Schwinn. You see how this is bent right here? How it's got a little bend? That's bad. That took a hit somewhere. We have to kind of straighten that, you know. It took a hit. It took a hit right there too. Little dent, and this is dented, and that's a lot to ask for this little rally clamp to do all that. That's a lot to ask. So, hence the cranks at one point hit right here, because that was a lot to ask. Somebody's foot grazed against that, you know. That happens. All right, so let's get that out of the way now that we've complained miserably about Rally's chain guard system. All right, so let's take these pedals off. Yeah, we're getting into the nitty gritty right away. We're not even doing tires right now. We're getting into the dark and murky. Pedal wrench. Can't find one. We could leave these pedals on, but we'll take them off. Right. Hey, quit digging in your tools, bozo. There we go. Dang, son. That sucker's on there. I don't believe I had these pedals off yet. There we go. Woo! Starting to wonder. Now I don't have a pedal tap for this size. So we have to be really nice. Some nice rally pedals, reflectorized. Oh, they're Union. They're Union. You can tell with the little U there. They're reflectorized. They're 70s. Probably put on as an afterthought later when the bike needed a little work. I don't think these are original. Okay, we're going to pretend to tighten it now. Dang, son. Woo. Good left pedal. Also Union. It's a match set. That's nice. Yeah, these are in great shape. Okay, we're going to get into the nitty gritty, folks. We are taking these cranks off. We're going to use my puller, but you don't have to use a puller. We'll get into that later. There's a way, and I'll even kind of show you. I'm not going to do it on this bike, but I'll explain to you. There is a way without the special tool. Okay, I think we're going to get the left one first. You guys can see that. Yeah, let's get you closer. Let's get these tires off. And get you a little closer. You guys see what's going on? Yeah, you can see what's happening, bro. Yeah. Okay, we're going to undo this. It's about 11 millimeters, 7/16. We're going to undo that. And we're going to just leave it on the edge of the thread. Now, most people would just start pounding on this bolt. That's wrong. what you can do, not on this stand, but on another stand that doesn't have wheels on it, you get a block of wood, a 2x4, and you drill a hole in it for clearance, and you put it under here so it supports the bottom bracket. Then you tap on the nut on the top very carefully and patiently, and then it'll come out maybe with some heat, but we have a nice tool. Yep, we have the tool, the Park Tool LO83. Yes, I believe this will knock these suckers right out, pretty sure. Anyway, can you guys see? Yeah, you can kind of see what's going on. You guys can't see much, but you will. I'll get you in here in a second. Okay. So that to go through, and see the little bolt there? We're going to drive that through without pounding on it. Okay, get back over here. There you go. All right, wish me luck. I wish I could get you closer, but I really can't at this point. I'm just making sure it's lined up in there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There we go. Ah, look at that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, popped it right out. Really nice tool to have. Look at that, huh? Get my wrench. Look at that. Came right out. Not bad. It's a little worn. Now see, that allows you to get this out without beating on it. That's not bad. There's a little wear there. It's not bad though. I think the other one is the culprit. All right, let's take that arm off while we're here. That easy. It's that easy. Triumph cranks, stamped rally. Nice. All right, let's swing you around to this other side. And same deal. We undo this. Now this one's been pounded. This one's been pounded pretty bad. I don't know if I can get you in there, but you can see right here, somebody's really beat the snot out of that. And that's not the way to repair these. You buy a new wedge pin and you clean everything up and you put the new wedge pin in there. That's how you repair it. Okay. All right, so let's get this out. Same deal. Undo this, but not all the way, just to the edge of the thread. And we're going to get our tool and put it in there. Now, like I said, you can get these out with a block of wood underneath. You rotate that around, you zip tie that off to the frame. You actually zip tie this off. You put the block of wood here. Well, it's down a little bit, but you kind of secure it somehow. And you put the block of wood here with a hole drilled in the end of the 2x4. And that supports the load. Actually, you do it here. Right. You put the 2x underneath there. And then you tap on that very gently with the support, the weight of the wood supported under here. Anyway, let's get our tool. We don't need all that. Because we got a Park LO83. Yeah, that's right. We're big timers. Okay. So we're going to put this on the same way as before. And this one should pop off probably quite easy. It's good to leave that bolt like almost at the edge of the threads. Kind of protects it. And oh yeah, that one was in there. That one was way in there. Dude. I might even have to tap on this one a little. Yeah, that sucker was in there. Yeah, we're trying to be nice here. There we go. There we go. Woo! Oh, don't hit your head on the bike. I said we weren't going to do that. Man, this one's getting stubborn. Okay, I think that actually worked this time. I didn't want to have to hammer on it like that. Sometimes you got it. Oh, there we go. Okay, there was a little hammering involved. Now this pin is going to be really bad, I can tell. I just know. Because it's not coming out too well either. And someone really pounded it. And it's not really coming out. I got to grab some pliers or something. Whew. All right, let's see if we can weasel this pin out. There we go. Yeah, this one's way mashed. I knew this was going to be the problem. Okay. Didn't look too bad, but this one is bad. You see the big notch right there. Yeah, and somebody pounding it in. And when that big notch happens, that means the cranks are not straight anymore. The notch is affected. So when you sight down them and you're pedaling, it's not straight. Like I'll try to explain, but look at this. I don't know why I'm saving this, probably just for the washer and the bolt. We're going to change these pins out. But yeah, this pin is usable. This is the one on the left side. That's almost usable. And this pin, I don't think I'm going to use it. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think that's usable again. It's had some issues. So let me try to explain here. I'll take this chain off real quick. Yeah, one way. That's one way to take the chain off. There's one way to take the chain off. There you go. Oh man, those are dry. Bad. Okay, so when those wedge pins are not doing the right wedge pin things, your cranks, here's your cranks. If the wedge pins were right, your cranks would be straight. But since one of those or both of them are messed up, or they put them in the wrong way, like sometimes people put them in so the bolts aren't opposite each other, that's another way you can really mess up. When you do that, it's like that. But when the wedge pins wear and get pounded, it kind of goes like this a little bit. Just a little bit. Not noticeable to the average person, but if you're into bikes, you know right away. Oh, wedge pins, yeah. Anyway, so these parts are still good. We'll put these to the side. And we did all that to get into this. And that is really dry and bad. I'm hoping that we can get this apart, and this little spindle here is in good shape. I kind of doubt it though. Let's turn it around. Actually, let's just spin the bike around, I think. Yeah, let's do that. I love lifting bikes all day. Oh yeah. It's really good for you. Okay. Whew. That was fun. Okay. All right, that spindle is suspect. You know it is. Oh, God, that's terrible. Yeah, something's going on there. Yeah, I need to drink some ice water and read some comments. Whew. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take this. We're gonna take this race holder off, and we're gonna take this spindle out of here. And I have a feeling that this spindle is no good. In fact, I'm almost certain of it. All right, so let's get a little hooky tool, and we'll crank this down. It looks like someone's pounded that too. Oh, wow. Man. Looks like someone's been pounding on that as well. Let's get you in here. Oh, my goodness. That is not a good sign. I don't know what happened there. Maybe they were, no? Oh, maybe they were trying to pound the pin in on the left side with a hammer and they hit that instead. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, because the right side you'd hit the chain wheel. Yeah, they were pounding the pin in. They had this like this with the pin, and they were smashing the pin in, and they did that to the adjuster. And let's hope that's all they did. Oh, the sack of previous owners. Oh, so lucky tool. All right, we just grabbed a random little hooky tool, and maybe it'll fit like that. I doubt it. Maybe it'll fit this way. Probably. Oh, I think this is left-hand thread too. No, it's moving the entire adjuster with it. I thought this was left-hand thread. Oh, no. Oh, the other side's left-hand thread, yeah. Wrong. The other side's left-hand thread. Okay, so let's take a really good look at this now. And see where they pounded it. It's just that one spot. No, they pounded it there. Wow. So not only did they... Oh, yeah. Yeah, they pounded it here. They pounded it right here. But also, when the bike was upside down, they decided to do some more pounding. And they galled it up pretty good right there as well. I don't know if you can see that. It's right there. Yeah. So they pounded on it upside down and they pounded on it upright. And they just kept pounding on it. Keep pounding. Okay, so let's get a box and put this crap in. Or a container of some sort. Now these bearings are going to come flying out of here probably. That's okay though. We're used to it. It's a rally. Nothing's caged. No, that is not coming out too well. Okay, the bearings just start falling out. Yeah, they're going to fall out. You guys ready? There they are. Okay. Oh, crunchy. Oh, crunchy. Oh, nasty. Okay, we're going to look at that in a second. Sure, that's not good. Ooh, there's nasty stuff in there. I really doubt these races and Stumble. That's good. But right now, we're worried about this piece. So let's spray this little sucker down and take a really good look at this piece. This is the piece I'm worried about. Without this, we're replacing something that I have to order or dig through my parts. And it's not looking good. It is really not looking good. Let me get a rag and some WD. I'm actually going to just step out the back door just for a minute and spray this. I don't want it in the... I have everything closed here with the AC on. I'm kind of wimping out. Just let me spray this real quick. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's clean this up a little and check it out. I mean, I really don't have a lot of hope for this spindle. I could tell that things were quite dry in there, and it was not happy. It's questionable. It's pretty rough when you have to wire brush things. Okay, let's get another towel. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, wow, the right-hand side is... Somebody may have chucked this up in a lathe and spun some of the stuff off. I can't believe that though. Huh. The chain wheel side is looking pretty good, actually. Yeah, the side with the chain wheel. That's not looking too bad, actually. Needs some more cleaning. Maybe it's just the bearings are just rusty and old, and nasty and chewed up. Oh, it is marked. Oh, Rally. Yeah, it's marked Rally 1660 P, whatever that means. 16 GC 16 GC. Whatever that means. It's marked Rally. Yeah, this is basically a Rally. I'll be dang. This spindle is usable. Yeah. You know what? I was wrong. This spindle is actually usable. We're doing good. That's not bad. Huh. The races are good on this. I mean the cone of the spindle is good. Okay, let's look at this other race too. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Wow, that is really bad in there. All right, we're gonna have to scrape that out with a screwdriver first. Huh. Maybe it was just rusty bearings, and I can replace the bearings. That's no problem. Maybe it was just rusty bearings and bad grease. It sure did feel like there was way worse going on than what I'm finding right now. We were getting pretty lucky. All right, let's spray this a little bit. I guess I won't wimp out this time. I'll just spray it in here. Okay, no wimping. I should soak these parts in vinegar for sure. Well, I think we're getting pretty lucky here. Wow, there's nothing wrong with this race. Yeah, I mean, that's normal wear. It's not bad. That is not bad. I got to clean it more. Obviously, there's crud in there, but there's no galling, so to speak. And I mean, I got to clean that dirt. Okay. Man, if we could just get this right hand one off, and take a look at that. Those sometimes don't come out too well. I've had to actually clean them in the frame. So let's hope we can get it out. There's nothing wrong with this one, except it's just, grubby on the outside. And the threads need to be cleaned. And there's a little bit of dirt. But there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to use that one. Okay, let's try to get this. It may not come out. We don't want another seat post fiasco. All right, let's see how to get that out. Yeah, these never come out. There's a tool for it. Yeah, those never want to come out. I don't have the right tool for this. think we're going to clean that one in place. That's how it goes. Yeah. We don't need another seat post moment over here. Yeah, I think I can kind of gouge in there with the screwdriver. Yeah, kind of loosen it up a little bit. And then spray some more stuff in. Okay. Let's get you around here, I guess. And we'll spray some more stuff in there and see what's... Yeah, I don't have the tool to get that off. And it's left-hand thread. And those things never come off. They do, but it's a lot. Okay, we're going to reach in there and crunch up some of the dirty stuff. And then we're going to spray something in there. Do that. Oh yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, these never come off. Well, they do, but you got to use heat. You got to have the right tool. You got to really want it. And this one's looking okay. I think we're gonna. It's just some dried up gunk on there. I think with a little cleaning, this inside race would be good. And what we'll do is we'll put some grease in there and we'll pack it and put it in, and that way the bearings will stay in. While you're loading the spindle in. It'll be difficult. But we like a good challenge. And this is the kind of stuff that people that, you know, bike flippers, people that just get bikes and fix them, people that just kind of fix up bikes a little bit, they do a little cabling, they do a little tires or something. This is the kind of stuff that just doesn't get done unless you're really, really into it, like us. Anyway. Yeah, that race looks better. I can't really show you, but with a little more cleaning, I think I would pop some bearings in there and get happy. I don't see any galling. Wow, this is just a classic case of no grease left. And somebody riding it, you know, they didn't ride it much with no grease, but there was just no grease left in there. And it's just a classic case of not much happening on maintenance. It happens. know this is kind of a pain, but we can't get this race out. I don't have the tool. So we're trying to just clean off the old grease. And clean it up a little bit so we can put fresh grease in. It's coming along pretty good. Yeah, maybe with a little compressed air, blow that crap right out. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, let's fire up the compressor. It's fun. Sorry, I got an ice water break. Oh, cool. Wow, man. Thank you, Eric Dean. Okay, well, now you know that you actually get the right, you got to get the right tool to get that race out. Otherwise, you're struggling like me. Let me drink some ice water and we'll do some celebrating. Woo. Yeah, it's, let's see. What were you talking about? 105? Yeah, that's rough. It was about 90 here today. I was up there. I'm going to post this other video. I got this other video of me working on a Toro Workman. It's a little like gardener's cart we bought. And I was up there in the hot sun trying to make it run. And I got it to run. It needed a new battery. The fuel system needed to be cleaned out. And for $250, it was a steal. And that money went towards the North Buncombe High School marching band. That was their little, I guess it was a support vehicle for their marching band. And I got it running. It needed a battery and it needs some fuel. It has some fuel issues. It needs a new carb or soak that one. But not bad. I did get it running. So I need a back tire. I need a fuel filter. I need a carb, and that thing's going to be a runner, which is really nice. Thank you, Eric, for the donation. Let's blow this out with compressed air and repack it and put the spindle back in. We got really lucky. We got super lucky. All right. Let's blow this out while we have a chance. That's not bad. Yeah, a final wipe with a towel. Let's put this towel in here, get this final wipe in here, and go from there. Whew, it's hot, man. I'll be about 85 out here tonight. Hey, Michael Love. There he is. Oh, we did get some people tonight. I know triumphs are boring, but everybody voted for this, so I'm just doing what you guys say, gals and guys. You know? Triumphs are boring. Triumph motorcycles aren't boring. That's different. Triumph bicycles are boring. They're just rallies. Well, pre-51 was Triumph made their own bike. But after 51, they just kind of sold the badge to Rally. And after that, it was just a glorified Rally with a different badge. Really nothing too fancy. Most of them were black. I don't know why. I think I saw one red Triumph once. Bicycle. Oh yeah, we're golden. Yeah, we did good, folks. We couldn't get that out, but we cleaned it, and it's ready. It's ready to be repacked. I don't know how I'm going to get them in there. Oh, one thing we didn't do, we didn't really look at these bearings. We got to spray these bearings up and take a really good look at these too. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, one of these days I'll get a parts machine cleaner, you know, a solvent tank. But in the meantime, this is what I got. Okay, we're just gonna clean these bearings up and look at them really closely. I think we got pretty lucky. If you looked at the beginning of this, me spinning that spindle around, it wasn't looking too good. It wasn't feeling and hearing too good. Like nothing was really. I really thought there was going to be lots of galling. So let's dump these out on a towel. Okay, let's get you over here. We got to clean these bearings. Unfortunately, we got to do some grunt work. Well, there were some chunks of stuff coming out of there. But as for anything cracked or broken, I think we got pretty lucky. Oh, yeah. There's nothing wrong with those bearings. Okay, I think we got pretty lucky, folks. Now, we got to hold these, we got to put grease way up in here because we can't get this cone out. And then we got to shove the spindle in, and then we got to be ready with this other one. Like, we got to have this one ready, like grease in here and bearings ready to go. And this other one we're going to pack just now in there kind of stuff. And we're going to put that in and hold it, but we have to have this one ready because we can't hold this and mess around with this one's got to be packed and ready. So let's do that right now. I think we got pretty lucky on these parts, folks. I did not have high hopes for what was going on with this. Okay, so we got the grease in here, and we're just going to have this one super duper ready. Did I say that enough? Okay, we're going to put the bearings in. I think there's 9 or 10. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 per side. You go, Rally. Could just make it 10 or 12. Got to have 11. That's okay. You know, if 10 bearings wouldn't do it, then 11 wouldn't do it either, right? All right, let's pop this baby in. We're going to get it ready. We're getting this ready. All right. So this is the left-hand side, and it is ready. Like I was saying, has to be ready to go. All right, so we're just going to put that to the side. Well, actually, we're going to put it down here because I'll need to grab it. We're actually going to put it right down here. Okay, so let's pack this. It's going to be difficult, but I think I can reach in with some grease and pack that and put the 11 bearings in. I should kind of table it. You probably could get slick like that. I don't think I'm going to do that. It's gonna mess up. Okay, we're going to reach in. Okay. I mean, it'd be great to get that. It would be wonderful to get that other piece out and do it right like we did, but we can't. So we got to deal with life here. Okay, I think we're going to table it that way and give me kind of a fighting chance. Yeah, this is really going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. Okay, I got one in there. There's two. Okay, I got three. There's four. I didn't say this was going to be fun. Come on now. There's five. I'm trying to rotate the bearings up into the grease. Like they're all wanting to go down, and I'm trying to rotate them up into the grease so I can get more bearings in. It's dicey. I really wish I could have got that out, but I didn't. Okay. Four more to go after this one. It helps if you have a little grease on your finger too. It's doing well. Okay. Okay, two more after this one. This is so fun. You know you love it. Okay. Oops, that one was naughty. He went in. Last one. Bearing 11. last one is being naughty. Come on now. I can see where it goes, I just can't get it there. Okay, let's try one more time here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have the bearings in. Oh my God. Okay, so this is where the part that I was talking about. When you put the spindle in, make sure you put it in the right way too. When you put the spindle in, the larger end goes where the gear is. So make sure because you got one shot at this. So those bearings are sitting in there in grease, stuck against the race. This is going to go in, and then I'm going to quickly shove this on and spin it very quickly and hold the end of this. It's not going to be funny. Here we go. All right, beautiful. Yeah, I can already feel that that's better. All right, let's put this down in normal position here. And we got to file up this little lock ring because someone's been beating onto the hammer. And that was not me. Yeah, somebody beat this. They beat that several times trying to put a wedge pin in. You can see the worst of it right there. Right here. Yeah, somebody was getting crafty. All right, we got to file this up. I'm not putting this on without running a file across it. And my hands are really greasy, so give me a second. Give me a second. Woo! Wow, that was rough. I don't think we're even going to get to tires tonight, although I have them. They're really good tires. We got into the nitty gritty. This is the kind of stuff that people that flip bikes don't do. This is too consuming. The person that would be flipping this bike would just put some cables on it and maybe a tube and send it down the road. There would be no re-greasing and taking cones out and inspecting things. We still got to deal with the forks, and that's really hard. All right, so we're going to take this file and put it on the bench over there, and we're going to run this across and ruin the plating. That's what we do. And then we'll drink some ice water and answer some questions. And just ruining some plating. That's what we do. Oh yeah, you can see where they hit it with the hammer. It's taking a lot off of that. Yeah, it took a fair amount of metal where they were beating it with the hammer. Idiots. Yeah, it's not bad. Clean off those, get the grit off those threads. We're ready to adjust this and look through my parts to see if I can make this a little more lower geared. I think I have some things to do that. It's going to be dicey though. Yeah, look right here. Maybe you can see that, maybe you can't. Remember I was saying they were pounding on things right there. They were pounding on that, and look how much metal it took off when I was filing it. Although that means nothing because it's to the outside. But still, when you do that, it does mess with the inside part, which has to be flat. You know, and it took some stuff off of there, not a lot. It did take a little bit off. You want these things flat and without burrs. They have to mate correctly and do the right things. It has to mate to this inner part of the frame here, and that has to be nice. You know. So I'm satisfied with this. It's too bad you beat the snot out of it. I might have a replacement one. Let's see if I do. Yeah. Look at that. I've got this one. It's a little thinner, but it's in much better shape. Thinner might be better, actually. Catch more threads. I mean, it'd be closer. Well, thinner is not better. I do have this thinner one, and it's in much better shape. It's a little thinner, though. I think I'm sticking with the Triumph, with the Rally. Okay. Let's tighten that up. Maybe a little tight. I might have to use that thinner ring. This one that got pounded is kind of damaged. I might have to use this other one. Let's try this thinner one. That one they pounded, I can see when it's tightening, it's not going flush against where the frame part is. And let's try this thinner one that's not been pounded on. If it even threads on here, it might be Italian. We might be out of luck. Yeah, it's a different thread. Shoot. Yeah, it's a slightly different thread. That's not a Rally thread, I can tell. Okay. Let's see what we got over here. Well, that's what we got. We have to file this one up and use it. Maybe I can file it a little bit more. It's just I can tell when it's tightening up, there's a little gap where it's been, well, because someone had beat it with a hammer. Okay, not me. Somebody beat it with a hammer. Okay. Okay. A vertical. Let's see what people are talking about. De-op the spindle in the non-drive cup and install as a unit. Yeah, well, I couldn't get that out. Oh yeah, the unit. Oh, it worked pretty good. You need a vertical belt sander so you can launch it across the shop. Files are so 2025. Files are so double-aught. Yeah, I'd love to launch this across the shop. That'd be great. Yeah, well, it'd be great if somebody never pounded on it. Anyway, I'm going to file a little bit more. We're going to have to use this one. Launch it across the shop, huh? That sounds great. Yeah, I think we're just going to use this one. It was starting to tighten up. I just kind of wimped out when I saw it not being 100%. Yeah, it'd be nice if somebody didn't pound on this. The things you find, the things you find when you're working on old bikes, you just find some doozies, Okay, that's kind of loose, and then we're going to tighten it up. It'd be great if we could kind of hold that. Can't. It's a 17. What is that? Yeah, it might work. That's not bad. Fix it. Yeah, I'll go for that. A lot better than it was. All right, so we're going to dig around in the goodie pile over here, and we're going to try to come up with something that's lower geared. This is great and all, but I think this is a 49 or a 52. Let's give it a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Makes sense. It's a 46. I'd like something a little lower. And there's no way to change this, obviously. I mean, it's pressed on and chromed forever, So let's go over here to the goodie pile. I just had one out. Yeah. Look, here's the triple. Yeah, this is not rally, but it's a triple. And I don't care. It's bent, though. Shoot. I can tell that's bent. Oh, man. That's so bent. I can just sight down that until it's bent. You guys can probably see at home. That one's bent. Too bad, because the spacers are here. This one's not bent, but it's really rusty. And this one's a little bent, and it's missing a bolt. I think this is the one that's the best right now. Oh, look. We got this one, which is all wired together. That one looks pretty good. Huh. All right. I'd say let's unwire these and see if it even fits the spindle. And then see if there's a gear. Let's see if there's a gear for this first. have a really nice low gear for this one. That's not bad. Yeah, this is a winner. I mean, it's really yucky looking and it's rusty. But that is a 33. Let's give that a count. 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Well, that's 10 teeth lower than the 46. I really think we should try it. If this actually is not bent and we can get this on and find some fasteners for it, I really think we should try. So let's unwrap this and spin the bike around and see if it even fits on this. That fits. Yeah. All right, well, we got a plan. Yeah, we got a plan. All right. What do you guys think? Should I modify it and put the 36 on and ditch the these rally stamped rally cranks that are the right ones for this bike, and just go 10 teeth lower? What do you guys think? Let me have some more ice water and you guys think about it. Ooh, it's hot out here. I mean, having 10 less teeth isn't really going to affect the chain guard. Not too much. It'll look a little goofy, but hey, I think the next person that gets this will be very happy that it's a lower geared bike. Got to think about that too. Like, if I sell this thing and it's not modified, then I can say it's mostly original. I'm kind of leaning towards putting the right pieces back on. I mean, because I am going to sell this. So, yeah. All right. What do you guys say? All right. Ban edit. Message retracted. Oh, man. What did you type, dude? Ban edit. Tri-spoke ones are cool. They are cool. I'm leaning towards that, but I'm going to sell this bike. So, I could offer the crank with it. Like, it's been modified for lower gears, but here's the original parts. Yeah, that works out really good. Christopher Stapleton. Hey, dude, what's up, Chris? Christopher Stapleton, unique. Yeah. Bandit, go true, go with the originals. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way. Then if I sell, which I will sell this bike, I can say, hey, it's all original. I already got the low gears on I already got the 22 tooth on the back. So yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, Ban Edit. Let's clean that up and put it back on. I gotta find a wedge pin that's worth a dang though. Well, one is good. One of these I can use. This one's still usable. We'll file that up and use it. This one I'm not going to reuse. It's just, you can see that big line in there, see? Somebody went all Cro-Magnon on us, and you can see where they beat it really hard there too. And where they beat the ring, the retaining ring. So one of these is good. So let's clean this one up, and we'll clean it all up, and we'll put the drive side back on once I clean the muck off of it. So let's file this up a little bit. guys still here? Okay, you're still here. Where would you go? It's usable. I think I'm going to look at my bin. I might have something better, but this is pretty good for now. Oh, we got a really good one here. Yeah, this is a really nice one. Hope we can find a bolt for that. Yeah, I hope there's a bolt that fits that. That's in great shape. Yeah. Let's see if we can find a nut for that. Yes. I'm trying to find a bolt for this. Doesn't look too good. Wow, that's sad because this is a really good one. Yeah, I'm having a problem finding a retaining bolt for this. Although this wedge pin looks great, the threads are having an issue, and I don't think I have the right. If I could find the right bolt for it, we can style it. Yeah, it's kind of a bigger bolt. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. It has a bolt on it. See the edge there is pretty good, and there's a bolt on it. I think we're gonna try to use this one on the dry side. This looks like it'll work out good. All right, let's make sure this actually threads on there. It doesn't look like it's too great actually. Oh yeah, this one's good. Okay, we got one really good one. Yeah, this is a good one. It's probably not Rally or Triumph, but it's the right diameter and it's not damaged. So we're going to put that in the drive side, or the, let's put it in the left side. Yeah. All right, I don't see anything wrong with that. Let's put this baby on. Could clean it up a little bit. Heaven forbid, clean something. With that rally mark on there. But it's a Triumph. No, it's a Rally. Wah, wah. Oh yeah. That's not work out yet. It won't work. Darn. Yeah, it's too small. Okay, now that I'm all mixed up. Yeah, the wedge is too small, and this part goes too far in, so you won't be able to tighten it up once it's in. So we got to use this one. Yeah, we have to use that one. There's no choice. Can't even see it. What the heck's going on there? Okay, let's see if we can find one for this other devil. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one that came out. I really don't want to reuse that, but I might have to file it and reuse it. I just don't have the right size. Let's look around a little bit. Man, this one would be great if it would accept a bowl. Oh, oh, I got one. Oh, I see. Someone changed the wedge pin way back in the day because this bolt on the damaged side fit this really nice one I have, but it wouldn't fit the other one. So we have a really nice one. That's really nice. And we're going to put it on the drive side. But first, we're going to kind of clean the crud off that thing. That's ridiculous. I mean, come on. We can't put that back on. We got to do something here. You know, we have standards, Standards. Scraping things with a screwdriver. Standards. Yeah. That's great. Standards. Scraping things with screwdriver standards. Yeah, we're awesome. And I'm concentrating on the back because that's going to be hard to clean. The front I can clean later, or even now. Yeah, let's try to clean this back a little better, because that's going to be hard to clean. If we can just blow some of this off right now, and then steel wool it, and then kind of. Yeah, I know it sucks. See, if I get this back kind of clean, it'll be really easier to clean the front later. You can like move the chain around, move the wheel around a little bit, and clean it. But you'll never be able to get to this stuff because it's on the bike. You can't reach in there. So I'm just kind of doing a quick little ghetto special on this. It'll be better than it was. Okay. Okay, so we did a quick little clean on the back of this. Oh, it's stamped. It's stamped 46. Imagine that. Right there. I could have just cleaned that instead of counting the teeth. But no! We want to count the teeth. Okay. I'm calling that ready to put on. That's not too bad. At least it's shinier. Okay, we got our wedge pin right here. And you guys can see what's going on. Yeah, go with the originals. I agree, Steve. Yeah. I already got the low gear in the back anyway. I got the 22 in the back, so I agree. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? The bolts, the bolts that retain the wedge pins, they go in opposite ways. So if you got bolts on one side, then they're going to be off. But right now they're nice and straight because this side is pounded in that way. This side's pounded in this way. We're going to give it a little tap, a tiny little tap. Just a little taparoo. Tighten this up. I think the same tool you can install them too. I can't remember. Maybe not. Okay, I'm going to give them two tiny little taps and then tighten everything up. Easy does it. Don't go slamming hardcore. You just need a little bit. Okay, we'll tighten that up in a second. I'm going to tap this one just a little. You don't want to mess up those bearings you just repacked. Okay. Okay. Yeah, these look straight. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so much nicer. Oh, I know you guys can't hear that. And the gear's a little wonky, too. Yeah, the gear's a little bit. It's got some action. Not bad, though. Yeah. Oh, man, that's nice. We should have put the chain on, too. Oh, well, we got to take the back wheel off anyway. All right, let's take this back off, switch it around the other way, and we'll take the back tire off and maybe put a new tire on. I'm not sure. I'll see how much energy I got left. It's been a long day. Okay, now we can get to stuff. Hoppa. Okay. Yeah, this is really good now. The gear's got some action. I can see the gear kind of. I might be able to straighten a little bit of that. Probably not. All right, so I guess we could take the back tire off and put the new knobby treads on there. Yeah, while we have everything apart. Let's do that. Then we can put this chain on when we put the back wheel back on. Yeah, let's take this off. And this is a 15 millimeter. I'd say most Sturmey archers. I would almost bet most Sturmey archers are 15 millimeter. That's just the way it is. What? He's being stubborn. Being a little stubborn. There we go. Okay. And now when we put the wheel on, we can have the chain where it goes. Imagine that. Okay, so this tire is fair. We're going to replace it. That's what we do. And we'll go from there. We will go from there. Done with these wedge pins. So I was saying earlier, I worked all day on this Toro Workman gardening cart that I bought for $250, and I will be putting that video. I will be loading that. I'll be loading that later tonight. The video's done, and I was successful. We bought this little garden cart sight unseen while I saw the ad for it, and I messed around with it. I bought a new battery for it. Messed around with the fuel system a little bit, drained the old gas, and we got it running. And I'm really happy about that. For $250, it's got a 357 cubic inch. It's not a Wisconsin. What is that? I can't remember the name of the engine, but it's made in the USA. It'll come to me. And, I thought, oh, worst case scenario, it's got a rod wrap or some huge oil leak or something. But it actually, I got it fired up. It sounds pretty good. The carburetor's full of gum, full of old gas. That carb's not going to work without me soaking it for days. But there's so many parts available. What I'm going to do is just buy a new carb for it and run it, and needs a tire too. Oh, this rim liner's good. I got some new ones that came with these tires. Let's put them on. So yeah, I'll have that video loaded tonight. It's a will it run on a 2003 Toro Workman. It's got a little dump bed. It's got a hydraulic dump bed. 2 people can ride in it. Definitely not street legal. Just for around here, for gardening and doing yard work and stuff, it'll be fine. I mean, you see them for sale for a lot more. And it was part of this marching band's support vehicle, I guess. The marching band, if somebody had a heat stroke or couldn't carry their tuba anymore, their tuba was too heavy. I don't know. Or maybe it was all the water and snacks. I don't know what was going on, but it was kind of a support vehicle for the marching band. So the money that I paid is going towards their marching band. So that's kind of cool. I feel good about that. Very little maintenance was done on it, and you can tell in the video I'm complaining a little bit, but what did I expect for $250? Delivered. Yeah, there was like this one hose clamp. There was this one hose clamp that was bad, and it was spraying oil all over the engine, and no one ever fixed that. It was a stripped hose clamp. It just oil was all over everything. It was a $1.59 hose clamp for that part. Like, come on, folks. If you see something leaking that bad, just figure it out. Anyway, it needs a throttle cable. It's kind of worn. It needs a new carb, or fix that one. It needs a back tire, and it needs a fuel filter. I already drained all the old gas out. And it should be a runner. I'll have that video posted tonight. It definitely was a win. Okay, so this rim liner is ready. This tube was brand new, and I think we're just going to reuse that one and save the one that's in the box. And where's the tires? Where's the tires at? What happened here? Okay, let's get the sawdust out of these. Definitely have some. All right, we got a little bit of pounds left in this compressor. Not much. Get the shape here. Good. All right. Get the sawdust out of here. You know, it is a wood shop in here, among other things. So yeah, if you get a chance, that video will be loaded tonight. And it was really hot, but I pushed through. I went and I had to get the battery out. That was the hardest part. It was way in the back. Really bad design on that. Oh, cooling fin. I was in the marching band. We could have used one to make beer runs. Yeah, they needed some snacks or some liquids, I'll tell you. I could imagine like the band instructor riding in the back, like, pick it up. Hey, you with the tuba in the back. Come on, pick it up a little, buddy. I could just see him going off, you know, like a coach or something. Oh man, these are tight. Oh my goodness. These are way tight. You with the tuba. Get in line with the others. Okay, yeah. Oh man, these are going to be good. Oh, these are going to be good. Yeah. These are going to be good. Tight. Tight is good. I'm trying not to use any tools. Oh, we got it. Okay. Yeah, look at the tread on this. Oh yeah, that's not your grandma's Valiant. Yeah, we might have to turn the compressor on, but let me see here. I think they seated up pretty good. There's a spot there. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to turn the compressor on and really give it the what for. Yeah, we're gonna have to put like 100 pounds in there. I didn't put any spray on there either. Let's put about 400 pounds in here. Those uniforms get warm, indeed. Yeah, I bet, man. Yeah, I could imagine one of those big, heavy uniforms, and just the fact that you're holding an instrument and walking in time and expected to perform for like 5 miles. Wow. Yeah. Steve Malone, well done on that bottom bracket. Yeah, I thought that thing was toast. When I first spun that thing, I was like, oh my God, we're going to be buying a new spindle for sure. But everything, all the hard parts were good in there. Okay, we just put mega pounds in here. And hopefully I kind of sucked it all out. Looks good. Oh, the chain fell out. The indicator, the gear shifting chain fell out of the hub. Oh, well, we can fix that. Hey, this looks good. Oh, yeah. Look at the tread on there. Yeah. It's not your grandma's Triumph anymore. All right, let's put this baby on. Yeah, the gear changing. Actually, we'll just leave that off for a second. Okay, you guys still here? All right, you're still here? All right. Where would you go? Ooh, forgot about getting it past the brakes. Oh, man, that's not good. I might have to take one of these off. The tire's a little wider than the other one. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it, bro. Oh, yeah, we got this. We got it. We got it. Yeah, it's a pretty beefy tire. I'm surprised I found these. I'll have to leave a link where I got these. I found them on eBay. I think they're Alta tires. Cross Ranger. Oh, great, we're hitting the reflector bolt. I knew it. Great. Yeah. Yeah, they're a little bigger. I'm going to have to deal with this reflector bolt. Yeah, it's sticking out too much. Bummer. Well, let's get this where we want it, and then we'll mess with we'll either lengthen these or we'll take this reflector off and use a bolt. I wasn't really in love with that reflector anyway. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, it's not good. It's totally rubbing on the reflector. Now, they said these were 26 and 1 3/8. The size is off a little bit. There's a little bit of extra meat on there, and it's rubbing on the reflector bolt. But we don't care about that. We'll make that right. I wasn't really in love with that reflector anyway. I think I did. Did we put a half link on this? I can't remember what we did. We might have to suck it that way a little. Yeah, we did. I think we put a half link on this. I don't see it though. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember if I put a half link on this or not? Let me get a light. Oh, I did. Yeah. Yeah, I did put a half link on here. Yeah, because it was too close here. And now it's hitting this stupid reflector bolt. Dang it. I knew I should have trimmed that. Well, what are we going to do? We could undo this, take the reflector off, shorten it, shorten the stud. It doesn't need much. Dang it. Well, we put a half link on it to get the wheel back. And now with this bigger tire, it's hitting the stub. The stud of the reflector is hitting that. So I'm either going to have to make a new stay. I really want to use these tires for obvious reasons. Or we could take the half link off, which I really don't want to do because this is where I want it. It's right in the middle here, you know. Yeah, I already stole that reflector and put it on a Schwinn. I'll have to come up with something. I think that's where we're going to end it, folks. It's not a fail. It's a win. We do have a very beefy tire on here. But what we have to do is we can't move it that because I've already put the half link on. And I like this distance here. It's all good until you get here. So yeah, the reflector, the stud of the reflector is just too long. So we're going to have to undo these, reach in there, grab that, undo that, and cut the reflector down. That's where I'm going to leave it tonight. Yeah, I'm tired. It's been 2 hours, and that's about all I can do. Do watch the video I'm going to load of me working on that Toro Workman. That's pretty good stuff. I did get it to run. I did get it to chug at the very end. Carburetor was flooding and had various issues. Okay, we redid the bottom bracket. We did very well. We have a fender reflector stud issue that we're going to do next week, and maybe put the front tire on. This will be a runner. We'll dial it in. Maybe I'll do some stuff behind the scenes. Okay, I guess the same vote. Next week, do we work on this or do we work on the Schwinn Collegiate that's not getting done? Look at this poor Collegiate over here. Oh my God. I've got white walls for it, and you guys voted on the Triumph. What's wrong? You know, I've got white walls for that. So that's the next vote. I'll drop a community feed, and I will go from there. It's been really good talking to everyone. And thank you, Ben Edit, for following. Yeah, man, you know, join the Faulknerian Nation. You know, we get stuff done. If there's something you particularly want to see done, like you have a particular problem with your bike, chances are I've done it, especially if it's vintage. And chances are it's a Schwinn. I can probably reproduce the problem. I have plenty of parts bikes that probably have the same issue. So don't be afraid to ask. All right, folks. Share, like, subscribe. I'll see you next Sunday at 7:30. And check out that video. I will load it tonight of me struggling with a piece of junk Toro Workman. You're going to love it. Okay, peace out, guys and gals. Oh, here we go.